Chance Shaw, the young Floridian prodigy, also in on the 10th in Oklahoma. Check it out. See what this gummy bear eating phenom can do. All available on ArmBet.
Yep.
All right, so we're recording now. So we're live.
We're awesome.
Yeah. So I'm super pumped, man.
Seriously. Yeah.
It's July the 10th, and it's what is the name of it? It's got a cool name.
It's the throwdown at Foxhound. What's the name of the round robin? I don't know off the top of my head.
What is it, a 4-way of doom or something? I just saw it. It's got.
I'm gonna pull it up. I should know, but I don't.
It's in Oklahoma.
It is Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So it's close. It's close. So what I want to do is I want to get each of you 4 guys on a call, just so the broader audience gets a good idea of what's going on and where they think that they want to stake.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing, we do a little bio on you. So Chance Shaw, arm wrestling junior prodigy. I mean, I call you junior because I'm 46, but how old are you now, Chance?
I just turned 23 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you've been crushing it since you were like a baby.
Yeah, so I started when I was 16. I won my first pro tournament like 9 months in, and then I started traveling from there, just competing all over the place. But most recently, what kind of put me on the map at a larger scale is when I beat Nick Zena 2 years ago. That's when the ball really started rolling.
Nick Zena that day, didn't you clear out like the whole lineup?
Yeah, well, I beat Nick Zena. He was the biggest guy in my class, and then I smoked everyone in overall. So like Brent Rackers, I beat Dan Whittle. I don't know. It was amateurs and pro, so there was like 15 guys I had to pull for the overalls. But I smoked everyone that day. It was a really good day for me. I was actually supposed to have a super match, and the guy backed out the day before. So I'm kind of glad he did.
Yeah. No, your career has been really awesome to watch. Like you're one of the future superstars of the sport.
I appreciate that.
How heavy are you now?
Yeah, so this morning 295.
Oh my God, you're like pancaking out. You're going.
Oh no, my secret is gummy bears. Gummy bears.
Wow.
I eat so many gummy bears. It helps me retain weight. I'm trying to get as heavy as possible because going into this, I don't want to be the smallest guy. Well, no. Jordan's obviously the smallest guy, but besides him.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, looking back on your career before we kind of start to hit into the present, I mean, there's a lot of very noteworthy stuff that you've done. Now, how real or what was the situation? I've seen you beating Travis.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Well, he had a little tournament in Florida, one of his $100 entry tournaments. And I was just there to hang out and ref, and he was smoking everyone. He's like, Chance, get up here on the table. Get up here on the table. I was like, okay, whatever. And we get a ready go. We get a setup and a ref script, and it just didn't go anywhere. I just controlled his hand and cracked him. I don't know if it was, I know it wasn't peak Travis, but it was still Travis Bagent nonetheless.
Yeah, of course.
So that was about a year and a half ago that I beat Travis. More recently, I got a win on Ron Bath in Kansas City, 2 wins on Jordan Sill. Michigan States, I just beat Don Underwood twice. I beat Chris Chandler. In Texas, I beat Brian Sitton and Jordan Sill. I'm just trying to beat everyone at this point.
For everybody who's not following Chance, there will be a link in the description of Chance and all the guys involved in the 4-way. Now, there was another thing I wanted to ask you about is Jerry Carteret went down to Florida.
Yeah.
And, dude, you looked awesome. What was the deal there?
Well, so I was running a little bit late to practice. I will preface it with that. But I was there about 15 minutes after he got there. So he had pulled a couple guys, but he was kind of walking through everyone from what I understand. And I got there and I was like, okay, Jerry, I drove 2 hours to be here. Like, you're in town, let's go. And we ended up polling 20, 30 times every single time. I was able to control center of the table, keep him from getting his shoulder behind his press. And I felt really comfortable. It was practice, but when I practice with you, I'm not bullying you on the table, right?
You
So
know, like people are always like, it's practice, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter, but there's something there. There's
yeah,
something there.
yeah,
I remember watching that, and that was one of the points. Like I've been watching you since you were 16, and you know, there's been moments where I'm like, oh, there's another level of chance. There's another level of chance. But when I saw you with Cataract, I was like, damn. I'm like, and then you've been on a tear, like this summer, well, not even the summer, this spring, like since things have started to pick up, I mean,
yeah.
you've been killing everybody. It's awesome.
I mean, March through June, no, March, April, May, I traveled probably a dozen different tournaments. I was flying every single weekend to go to a different event because I'm trying to put myself out there and beat everyone I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So tell me about the guys. I mean, so you and Jordan have seen each other a few times over the
Yep.
last couple
I'm
months,
3-0 against Jordan.
but it feels like Jordan has got excuses.
Everyone always has excuses, but at the end of the day, I'm winning, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're definitely in the driver's seat. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
So Jordan's style, I mean, Jordan, he likes to low hand top roll. Well, so do I. But given that I'm a bigger man, I can go up a little higher, control his post, and I don't see myself having an issue with Jordan.
So awesome. Now, do you know how it's gonna go? Like, is it a round robin?
Yeah, so we haven't, and none of us that I know of have agreed on specific details, except for the fact that Jordan and I are starting against each other, and Mike and Don are starting. Because originally it was supposed to be Mike and Don in a super match. And then after I beat Don 2-0 in Michigan States, he was like, hey, why don't you come in and make it a round robin? Let's find a fourth guy. So the only details that I have is I'm starting with Jordan, Mike, and Don are starting. I don't know if it's going to be best of 3 or double elimination or straight round robin.
Mhm.
We don't have the details yet, but I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Standard rules, WAF rules.
Yep. Yep. I don't think that there's any rule exceptions. Scott wins reffing, so I would expect Scott win type refereeing, stricter WAF style.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Is
Yeah.
there gonna be a live stream?
Yeah. So all the live streams are going to be on my channel.
Oh,
So
good.
I'll be live streaming it on my channel, and then I'll post the after video as well.
Man, I am so excited. Seriously.
Me too.
Like this event to me, like as soon as I found out it was going, I'm like, oh, this is perfect for Stake Kings too. I think that people are gonna, because it's 4 different guys and there's
Yeah.
only gonna be one winner. I think it's a juicy opportunity.
It definitely makes it interesting.
So Don, I mean, last time, I mean, I watched you pull Don and looked like you had not a lot of problems.
No, I was pretty comfortable. The first round, Don tried to hit a little bit more outside. He ended up hitting me about here. And as I started to crank it back, he elbow fouled. That happened twice. So the first round, I beat him on fouls. You know, Don, he can't keep his elbow down. The second round, he tried to hook me, which, I mean, stylistically, if you try to hook me this way, I'm going to catch you right where I like to be. So he tried to do that, and I dragged right through him. I felt really comfortable against Don. The only thing I'm concerned with about Don is if he gets through cleanly with Mike, which I don't think he will, and I have a war with Jordan, if my arm's taxed enough, that hit is a lot to catch.
Yes.
Yeah, but I feel pretty comfortable.
He can be really quick. Like I
Yes.
know I've pulled Don when I feel like I actually had to face potentially the very best version of Don under whatever.
Yeah.
And that guy, when he gets his act together, is bad news. But hey, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And what about Mike? Do you have history with Mike?
I've never pulled Mike. I've never gripped up with Mike. I've hung out with Mike a couple times, but we've never gripped up at all. Mike's a really tall guy. He has a long lever, and he likes to get behind his arm. My game plan, I don't mind giving my game plan. If I can keep Mike outside of his shoulder, if I can keep him from pressing on, I don't see I'm going to have any issues. If Mike gets his shoulder behind it, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. Not many people have hooked me the last couple years.
No, not that I've seen.
No.
So what do you think? Who's the most dangerous guy?
For me, if I see them early, I would say Mike. If I see them late, it would be Don. But overall, I'd say Mike is probably the biggest threat. And that seems to be what the Facebook polls are getting to, is they have me at the favorite, and then Mike, and then Don and Jordan. I don't know how, they're never accurate, but
Yeah, I mean, public opinion is swayed by so many things.
it is.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think that all you guys are, I mean, it's been a while since there's been high level stuff, and yeah, you're the young guy coming up through all these dudes. Man, if
Yeah, I'm trying to catch guys like you.
yeah, well, geez, I mean, I'm watching, and right now, I mean, hey, maybe the legacy hammer can be yours after this. If you win this,
Mhm.
what do you see as being next for you?
I would like to face one of what I see as the Elite Six, which is you, Michael, Jerry, Dave, Tim Bresnan, and Todd Hutchings. The person that I want to see out of those for myself is Jerry. I've already practice pulled Jerry, which again, it's practice, whatever, but I know that he's going to give me his hand, so I'm going to be in a comfortable position and I'll get to work. So I think it'll be a really interesting match.
That's so exciting to me, man. If you can win this thing, and then you get a shot at Jerry Caderet under the big cameras.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting. That's exciting.
But first, I have to focus on this, because
Yeah,
it's
of course.
not going to be easy day for any of us.
No, my God, never look past the next thing, right? But
Yeah.
okay, well, do you have anything else you want to say? Because I'm probably from here. I'm probably gonna go to Jordan, since he's who you're facing off against.
Well, I do want to say I have a lot of respect for all three of these guys. I'm not coming into it thinking it's going to be easy, but I am confident. My training has been on point. Kyle Depew staying with me for 2 months. He's keeping me on track. So training's on point, weight's on point, strength's on point, conditioning, everything. So I do feel very prepared. I'm confident I'm going to win, but I have a lot of respect for everyone. My only other thing is, if you guys want to watch it, make sure you check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to be live there.
Well, you just kind of touched on it, and I'm a bit curious, and you don't have to share, but you want to talk about your training a little bit? What are you doing?
So what I'm doing is based off of Kraszy's style of training, which we talked about last time, 2 times ago when you were in Florida. I think you dabbled in it a little bit. So
yeah.
Table time every single day. But in addition to table time every single day, I'm trying to hit PRs every single day in the gym. So it's like, yeah, it's not, the way I look at training is everyone needs a different style of training. My body responds well to overtraining, and I recover really quickly. So I've been like push, pull, legs, push, pull, and then Saturday and Sunday are just arm wrestling only days. But I'm hitting PRs on bench and pull downs, and whatever the lift is, I'm trying to hit PRs every week, and it's been steady climbing consistently.
That's awesome. So you're doing full body strength. Like when you say PR, are you talking like
whatever the lift is? So let's say I'm doing preacher curls. Well, let's say 1 week I did 100 for 10. Next week I might try to do 105 for 10. Or I might try to do 120. If I did 120 for 2, I might try to do it for 4. I'm just trying to increase.
Yeah.
On bench press, I'm trying to get the 1 rep max up. So if I did 315 1 week, next week I'm going to try for 325, so on and so forth. So yeah, I have good strength genetics. That's what my dad did for training, and that's what I do for training. And funny enough, you actually commented on my dad's preacher curl video 10 years ago telling him to get into arm wrestling. So you had a little play in the back of my mind getting into arm wrestling.
I thought it was you, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was some lifting. Are you more of a low rep guy?
In general, yeah. But I kind of base it off of how I'm feeling. So typically I'll do my hardest lift for my first exercise. So on push day, it'll be flat bench or decline bench, and I'll max it out really heavy. And then depending on how my body feels, I might continue with a low reps, or I might switch to high reps, just trying to get blood flow in. That way I'm not overworked to train the next day. So a lot of it is listening to my body.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's getting close, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and I'm ready.
It's incredible. Okay, well, hey, thanks so much for your time, Chance.
Thanks for having me, Devin.
We're all really excited to watch you crush.
Yeah, thank you.